Welcome to another edition of On a Mission with Jack Sears here at the Daily News Network. Today, we're talking landscaping, more importantly, landscaping design in the horticultural world with Trey Wilsom of Trey Gardens. Welcome to the show, Trey.
Thank you, Jack. It is really great to be here. Appreciate it.
So, Trey Gardens, tell us about your business.
So Trey Gardens' primary function is to connect or deepen people's connection with nature for the purposes of health and well-being.
Okay.
I was a dentist for 37 years first, so I'm very familiar with therapy and making people feel and look better, and I just decided that I would apply this to the botanical world through studying of horticultural therapy and landscape design. So
wow.
I connect people or reconnect, deepen people's connection through landscape design within the intention of really fostering a sensory experience in my designs, and also really understanding what the client wants from their garden. Do they want a meditation space? Do they want to grow food? Do they want a mystery garden for their children? Do they want a meadow? Do they want it to be, curb appeal? Whatever it is, there's a plantscape that can actually fit their needs.
Have you always had, beyond dentistry, obviously, have you always had an interest in landscaping and horticultural?
Well, you'd have to, if you ask my dad, he'd have a different story, because I accused him of child slavery when I was a kid, because he worked us Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from April to October. And so what I didn't know was how much I was really learning under his tutelage. And so I moved to New York City to be a dentist, and my parents were convinced that the reason I moved to New York was so that I'd never have to work in the yard again. So it was all kind of fully baked in there.
And here you are.
And here I am. They say past is prologue. So
how long have you been doing this work post-dentistry?
I've been doing this. I'm now in my fourth year.
Okay.
My fourth
Congratulations.
year. So thank you. Yes.
Yeah. And welcome to Florida.
Thank you. It's good to be here. It's different.
Jacksonville is a wonderful area, and I know in the horticultural space we have some great assets that I know you're aware of. And we were talking about one before. Maybe you'd like to talk about that.
I absolutely would. It gives me such pleasure to talk about. One of the aspects I do in my horticultural therapy is actually guide people into the forest, into the woods. And it's not a nature hike. It's not identifying plants by their Latin names. It's a slow walk in the forest, where the forest is the therapist and I open the door for this therapeutic experience to happen. And my favorite place to do it is the Jacksonville Arboretum.
Oh.
Yes. And it's just now starting to get some traction, but it is such an oasis, such a refuge for education and sanctuary. And you see, when you walk around there, everyone's just quiet. And we live in such a noisy world.
Yes.
It's really nice to see people just quiet. And so Jacksonville Arboretum, if you haven't been, Jack, take yourself for a walk.
No, it is a great asset that our community, and I'm with you. So 37 years myself working in a nonprofit that valued the outdoor experience. I understand that walk in nature, the solace, the peace, the joy that can come from just waking up in the morning to nothing that you hear is the ray of sunshine. Isn't that wonderful?
That is poetic.
That
is,
yes,
absolutely. I want that on a license plate or a needlepoint someday.
So, Trey Gardens, how, if somebody wanted to connect with you, your company, learn more, how would our audience connect with you?
They can probably most easily connect with me via my website, and the contact form on my website, which is www.traysgardens.com.
Traysgardens.com.
And all the contact information there, as well as examples of my work and programming that I've done. And yes, that's
well, I hope they go. You've been a joy to have on the show today. Thank you very much.
I appreciate that.
Well, that's it, folks. That's the time we have here for On a Mission at the Daily News Network. If you'd like to learn more about Trey, his business, maybe you'd like to take a walk in nature, be sure to visit this interview and many other things at thedailynewsnetwork.com. Until we get together next time, I'm wishing you a great day, much happiness, joy, and remember, treat each other the way you'd like to be treated.